Mavam, and today I am back with another video, but also I'm gonna go get my mic, so 1 second. Things that I'm proud of this Black History Month. I'm not gonna waste your time. Hey, it's your girl Mavam. I'm a singer-songwriter as well as a YouTuber, but I want to dive into some things that I feel like it's kind of in the air in terms of social media and like a whole shift for us, but just things that I'm proud of this Black History Month. And I know there's so many millions and billions of achievements, but these are just things that stood out to me in my audiences that I thought I should share. And let me know what you're thinking. So I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 bullet points that I'm going to get into. This video is not going to be too long because I'm about to go work out actually. So things I'm proud of this Black History Month. 1, Black women embracing their femininity and identity. I feel like growing up when because I didn't have so much exposure to women really living the life that they wanted to, it's such a refreshing feeling getting up every day and being who I want to be and keep evolving as a human being into the woman I never really got to experience growing up. We have Shira 7, we have the Wizard Liz. I know the Wizard Liz isn't Black, but just understand what I'm trying to get at. We get women like Stormy Wellington. We get women like there's a lot women that really bringing this non-trauma based foundation of women identity to women to thrive, it's such a beautiful thing, seeing us set boundaries, transform ourselves, make better decisions, and honestly face our shadow side and evolve into the divine beings that we are. I know it's I'm kind of choked up a little bit speaking about it. It's just sometimes I know a lot of people get caught up in the chaos with bringing in a new, something that's already embedded into us, but bringing something to the light that people who are in the darkness can't handle. And overall, us just saying I'm not really with that, the drama and stuff like that, and just focusing on creating the life that we want and making it happen for us is definitely something I'm super proud of this Black History. Sorry, I was looking crazy, but I was definitely wanting to open this new generation of women and expose us to what we're here for. We're here to multiply and be the source and energy of life, and now we standing on it. So that's definitely something I'm proud of this Black History Month. Point number 2. Okay, so Native Black Americans and Native Black Americans and Africans burying the hatchet. Now, what do I mean by that? So growing up, there was always this divide between the Native Black Americans and Africans, the immigrants. Growing up, it's just a bunch of bull crap. And I think it just that whole thing was a thing because of lack of education on one end and somebody else defending who they are on another end. And I'm thinking, it's you guys are fighting over two heads of the same coin. I like the fact recently I went to an event it's called Rhythm and Flowetry. This individual, they host events in the Midwest, and she's Black American. The owner is Black American, but she integrates African artists as well, making it one. And her whole brand is so beautiful. It's so beautiful, saying yeah, we're Native Americans here, but African people, we all come from the same branch of mother. Growing up, there was a serious divide between Africans and Black Americans, but I realized the whole divide kind of ended when everybody started dating each other. That's when the divide ended. And let's be real, we're all divine people. So I'm kind of glad it's we're all giving everybody the recognition and the identity that they deserve. It's unfortunate that Native Black Americans, they've been brainwashed by the whole education system. I'm gonna just say it like that. They've been brainwashed by the whole education system about what their identity is, African American. To me, I thought, and how I perceive what an African American is, your parents are directly from Africa and you are first gen African American. You were born here even though your parents are from Africa. That makes you African American. Versus a Native Black American is your whole identity is from the USA and America. So that's why I feel like the crossfire really happened, from the misunderstanding and the misinterpretation of what an African American is and a Black American is. So to me it makes sense, but to others it caused a drift. And I think like we should also like usher in, like, come on, let's not be ignorant. Black Americans are Native Americans. Argue with me in the comments. I said what I said. The next point on a more positive level that I'm proud of this Black History Month is Keith Lee and his social impact. You know, it's something about somebody taking nothing and making themselves something. And I just really attest to that story, because like, I know nothing. And I always continuously make something out of nothing, something out of nothing, something out of nothing. And I can't wait till the day that I get signed. But let me shut up. But Keith Lee and his social impact. Dude, holy, you've came from a consumer standpoint and turn it into constructive criticism, which you made a career out of by trying foods from different restaurants, giving people the exposure, giving people the you know exposure to their target audiences, and to make a living off of what they love. I think like for God to call somebody like you, or a higher power to call somebody like you, to bring everybody together, I can be more proud. And I really, you know, take notes from this man's journey. When you give it up to the greatest source, your ancestors, or whatever you believe in, to guide you, they will guide you. So thank you, Keith Lee. You're amazing. Next point that I'm proud of this Black History Month. I know this happened beginning of the year, but Cat Williams said everything that everybody wanted to hear, but everybody's too scared to say because they don't want to deal with the consequences that come with that. But when you've been through what he's been through, you just gonna do whatever. Stand for something or fall for anything. And I respect this man. I gain a lot more respect for this man for calling bullshit and things that don't really serve our communities well by bringing it to the light. I think like that's something we all should be proud of. I think we can't be like, your soul can't be bought. Yes, you can be abundant, but your soul cannot be bought. And you can interpret that by any way you interpret that. But what I'm saying is, have morals and principles. And that man has morals and principles. And that's why I'm proud of him and giving him, you know, his props on this Black History Month with that interview that he had with Shannon Sharp. Okay. The next point I want to talk about, things I'm proud of for Black History Month, is new beginnings and winnings for us. There's been such a big shift. It's not that we haven't always been evolving, okay? But things that I've noticed is like so many girls are just willing to say, listen, this ain't for me. This isn't my identity. I'm not going to keep recycling trauma. I'm not going to be searching for negativity. I'm not going to be embedded with negativity. I am going to continue building, excuse me, let me turn this thing on. Building and embracing new things and constantly embracing change to evolve into the woman, man, whatever you identify with as you want. Like, you only win if you listen to what the universe guides you to do, not your flesh, not your spirit, not those temporary desires. The universe. Trust. You know, it's all about trust. The next point that I want to say that I'm proud of this Black History Month is accountability and us facing our shadow side. I notice women do mature a little bit more faster than men, but let me tell you something. For what I've seen, and I know a lot of people will have an adverse opinion about this, but I'm gonna just say it like this. With everybody stepping out and being more open to other races and, you know, ethnicities and dating and stuff to getting what they want, I think like it's like a lot of people have been embedded in this fear, like, oh, what if this, what if that, like just getting trapped in this prison of fear from doing what they want. But it's like, sometimes, you know, what you want is outside of your quote unquote comfort zone. Some of the greater things is just beyond you trying something new. Excuse me, I'm not trying to stumble over my words. And also the accountability aspect of this statement that I was making, lifestyle decisions. So me, for example, I would love, so as you guys know, I'm like on my last 50 with my weight loss journey. And I'm like, I was cracking down. I stepped on the scale. Oh my God, I'm kind of sweating. I'm kind of nervous talking about it. But it's like, I stepped on the scale and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. Because like, I'm about to get back into the music thing, you know? And I was looking at some of the other artists, like, well, one thing in common they have in common, the artists that are selling, they're healthy. So me embracing the accountability aspect, I'm like really gonna be cracking down on like a lot of things. So if you see me, I'm changing drastically in my physique. I'm not on Ozempic. I'm just like going hard in the paint, like, and that's that. Okay. So I may not be posting as much, and I would just say it like that because I'm kind of really hardwired into getting this out the way so I don't have to have that subconscious like feeling about how I look, you know? So accountability and facing your shadow side. I think that's one thing about my shadow side is like being too uptight. I like being so uptight that like it's kind of OCD with how I do things. Like I wish you guys see my apartment. Like it is super structured and I know where is where and what ain't. So one of my fears is just going crazy over that OCD. But ultimately I realized it just resides in my shadow side of not like seeing structure growing up to the point where it's like now that things are structuralized for me, it's like, it does kind of give me a bit of anxiety. And I know it sounds crazy, but I'm holding myself accountable. If I say I want something, things got to be in order. And there got to be order unless you want chaos. So that's that. So 2 things actually, I forgot to add this last one because it just recently happened. Usher has made me really like, I think ever since going to the Las Vegas show and then seeing him at the Super Bowl, and then this man is just like going and going and going. It's like, I am like, you are the epitome of what it means to be Black history. Keep thriving almost 30 years, if not 30 years in a career like this where people was always slandering him, having all this negative crap to say about him, and he always getting back up, always getting back, rising to the occasion. It's like, I love when somebody, you know, focuses on what's best for them, and Usher has definitely embodied that to the max. And congrats on the Super Bowl, congrats on the new tour, Usher. Hopefully one day you see this and I open for you. Okay, lastly, Beyonce. This wasn't on my list. I wrote this a long time ago, but Beyonce just announced she's dropping so many things. So she's about to drop the Act 3, I believe, for Renaissance, the country album. Oh my goodness. I just love the fact that we're breaking freaking barriers. As you guys know, I do make alternative R&B music, and like, oh my God, just like really breaking boundaries. There's a reason why she's Queen Bee. Let me upgrade, I'm an upgrade, introduce you to some new things and upgrade. Let me upgrade, mama, girl, queen. You know, all we can say is thank you. And another individual that's been in the game 25 plus years, her whole life technically, if we want to be technical, since she was a child, been in the game, still in the game, still relevant. Thank you, B. Yep. Also, last thing before we cut off, you know, like I said, I won't be posting as much. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe. I'm so proud of everybody, and to those who I really have like spoke about on this video, just know like you deserve that recognition. It's your time to shine. Not only just in the month of Black History Month, but like all the time. And I do have to go work out. It's about to get late. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you feel like I left something out, or you want to just like spread light about something else that you're proud of Black History Month, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Otherwise, me and team, smash subscribe and check out my music. All right, love you. Bye.